Ooh. Guys, I don't know what's been going on with my camera, but it's like it focuses and then it doesn't focus, and then it focuses and then it doesn't focus. So I truly am so sorry, because I don't know why that's happening. Like, I haven't changed anything. I haven't done anything different. Everything is the exact same, but for some reason my camera is acting, I don't know. Like, I literally will be in focus. I don't even know if I'm in focus right now. I'll be in focus and then it goes out of focus, and then it'll be out of focus for like a portion of the video, and then it'll go back in focus. So I'm sorry. Hi guys, welcome back. For today's video, we're gonna do a quarantine Q&A. Oh yeah, that has a little ring to it. A quarantine, hold on, let me fix my hair. We're gonna do a quarantine Q&A, and I posted on my Instagram. Okay, so this is the thing. It kind of drives me crazy because every single time I post that I'm gonna do a Q&A, I get no questions, but then every single video I post or every single Instagram post that I make, I get 645 questions. So I posted on my Instagram saying that I was gonna do a Q&A, and I got some questions. Some of them are kind of redundant and I've already answered them, but I'll kind of go over all of them and just see what there is, and if there's anything that's worth answering, then I'll answer it. So grab your wine, because I have mine. I have literally lipstick all over it. And by the way, I also filmed get ready with me on this look. Get ready with me to go nowhere, because you know. One question that I got was, do you have any places that you plan to travel this year? And actually, I was supposed to go, so I already went to LA, and I went to Puerto Rico, and I had such big plans to travel a lot this year. And a lot of you guys know that have been following me for a while that traveling is a big part of my life. It's a big part of my relationship. We love to go to Europe. That's like our favorite place to go, and we had plans later this year to go to Europe, and hopefully we are still able to go. Obviously, because of this whole coronavirus, nobody really knows what's going on, but I was supposed to go to New Orleans for my birthday, and that got canceled. We're supposed to be going to Denver, Colorado for Tyler's birthday, and that will probably get canceled because of this whole situation. We also have a trip booked to Tulum in June, which we don't know if that's gonna get canceled. And then I also have a trip in August to Puerto Rico, which I'm hoping will not get canceled. So that's what I have planned already, but I haven't continued to book vacations because we really don't know what's going on. All these vacations were booked prior to this whole COVID-19 thing. So I don't know. We'd love to go back to Europe. It's literally one of our favorite places. I want to go back to Amsterdam so bad because it is literally my favorite place in the entire world. Like, Amsterdam, if you have the chance to go, please go. Do yourself the favor and go to the Netherlands, because it is the most magical, amazing place ever. So yeah, if you're able to go, go. But those are pretty much the trips that I have for the rest of the year. It's Denver, Colorado, Tulum, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and that's pretty much it. And then if we're able to travel later on in the year, then we definitely will. Another question I got was, what are some of your favorite wines? And it's funny because people ask me this question all the time, and my question is whatever tastes good. I don't like sweet wine at all. I'm very much like an old lady when it comes to my wine. I love bitter, red, dry wine. I like reds, but it has to be either Sauvignon Blanc or Chardonnay. I'm not really into, well, I'm not into at all. Moscato, Riesling. I'll drink Pinot Grigio if I'm feeling a certain way, but other than that, I stick to my drier whites. And then when it comes to reds, I love Cabernet. That's what I'm drinking right now. I'm drinking Cab Sav. I love Merlot. I love Shiraz. I love a good red blend. I love Pinot Noir. So it just really depends. But, oh, and I love rosé. Obviously, for the summertime, rosé is best. But I don't have specific brands that I really like. I go to Trader Joe's and I just go ham. So I don't have specific brands, but I do like specific types of wine that I really like. What's next for B&C? And I got a lot of questions about Brennan and Cora. I got a lot of questions about like how to start a business, and I've already filmed a video on that, so I'll leave that link down below. But next for Brennan and Cora is, it sucks because we were supposed to have our pop-up shop for our second birthday on May 17th, and I'm not really sure how that's gonna go because we don't really know what's happening. But if we aren't able to do it in May, we are still gonna do it, but we're just gonna postpone it, possibly in the summertime or sometime later in the year. But for Brennan and Cora, kind of for the future, we have our collection that's going to be coming out. We've been working with a manufacturer that's here in Orlando, or here in Central Florida, and we've already done our samples. We've gone to see our samples, we've tried them on, we've seen how they look, we've made adjustments and all that. So there's so much coming, and it's just been such an amazing year for Brennan and Cora, honestly, and I can't thank everyone that shops enough, because I mean, a lot of you guys know, because a lot of you guys follow us on social media and Instagram and all that, but it's so true that without the help of your audience, your business is nothing. Like, your business is absolutely nothing if your audience isn't there to support you. So I truly, truly thank everyone that shops, shares, posts, tags, everything that has to do with Brennan and Cora. What is your dream vacation? And I think, I don't even know if I have a dream vacation, because after going to Italy and Amsterdam, I feel like I have fulfilled. No, actually, I take that back. My dream, and this has always been my dream, has been to go to Egypt. Something about seeing the pyramids and just seeing how old all of that is, and seeing something that we learned about in history books, but actually being able to see it in person, it just does something to me. So I would love to go to Egypt, and Tyler talks about going to Egypt all the time. He's gone to Africa plenty of times because, as you guys know, he is a Marine Corps veteran, so he has traveled a lot to that side of the world. I never have, though. How long does it take for you to film, edit one video? So filming usually takes anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Filming is the quick part because you're just talking. Editing takes forever. It can take anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. Sometimes it takes even longer, because you have to go literally clip by clip, taking out any bloopers, taking out any times that you say which I say so many times, but you guys don't see it because I edit it out. So it usually takes anywhere between the whole process, I would say between 4 to 8 hours. Favorite home decor, home organization, home cleaning supplies, everything home. So as far as home decor, I love the same places that you guys love. I love Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Ross, Home Goods. I love Wayfair. I love Pier 1. I love Crate & Barrel. I love H&M Home, which is like a hidden gem. A lot of people do not shop H&M Home, and it is so good. So I would say those. I have another question. How do you keep yourself motivated? And that's kind of a hard question to answer, because I am the type of person that I thrive off of working. I love to work. I get fuel off of working, and I don't know if that came from my father. My father is also an entrepreneur. He's a business owner. He always has been. I've never seen my dad work for someone else, and just how hard my dad works and has worked in the past fuels me to work even harder. And I love the product of working hard. I like nice things. I'm sure everyone else does. I love beautiful things and nice things, and I love treating myself, and that fuels me to work as hard as I can, because I'm sure everyone has a goal in life, and I want to own multiple properties, and I want to be able to live overseas, and I want to have a home in New York, and I want to have a home here. So stuff like that really like drives me and fuels me. I had a lot of questions actually about getting married and having kids, and I personally, I don't take offense to that question. I can see where that question is kind of a weird topic and something that people don't want to talk about. So I respect that, and I don't ever ask people when they're gonna get married, when they're gonna have kids, because when it comes to getting engaged and getting married, especially as a woman, if you're old school, I'm very old school, and I personally, I would never propose to a man, but also I'm very old school. If you want to propose to a man, go ahead, go ahead, girl. Like, there's nothing that's wrong with it, but I'm very old school, and I can't control when a man is gonna propose to me. So like, obviously, since I'm with Tyler, we've been together almost 4 years. Me getting engaged, it's more so in his hands. So I can't control when I get engaged. When it comes to having kids, we both want kids. I want kids so badly. You know, I just turned 30, and I think about kids all the time. It's something that I want. I love babies, and I love kids. I love my nieces and nephews. I love my godson and all of my best friends' kids. I literally love them with everything, and I can't wait to have my own. Like, I truly cannot wait. But I think that in the point of the life that I'm living right now, I can't see myself having a kid right now, only because my priority right now is my business, and getting my business to the point that when I do have kids, I can fully tend to my kids. Whenever I have kids, I want to give 115% to my kids, and I respect so much the women and the moms that raise their kids and go to work. Like I can't imagine, I truly can't imagine how much work it takes, but I want to be able to give my all to my children. And right now I see where I am in my business, and my business is doing great, thank God, but I wouldn't be able to give so much to my business and so much to my children at the same time. So I do want kids. Tyler and I talk about it all the time. We have names picked out. We have literally everything picked out, but it's just not our time right now. How do you keep your relationship alive after being with Tyler for so long? I feel like that's a really hard question to answer because every relationship is so different, and Tyler and I have gone through so much in our relationship, so much, and it's something that I still struggle with because we've gone through a lot. I think that our core relationship, like just he and I, aside from anyone else, not our families, not our friends, not anything, our core is so strong because we get along. Like, we're truly friends. We are great friends aside from everything else, and I think that's what keeps us going. But as far as like keeping it alive, it goes through ups and downs. Like, I'm sure every couple, every marriage, every family, it goes through ups and downs. You get really, really great highs, and then you get really, really low lows, and we're no different. Like, we are no different. Updated basics that you need in your closet. If I could choose 5, I'll narrow it down to 5. I would say a great pair of leggings, an amazing pair of jeans, a perfect white cami, a perfect white t-shirt, and an amazing blazer. Those are like my 5. I could go into 20, but those are my 5. Do you plan to have kids, wedding, when? What's your next few years looking like? Kind of like how I touched in the last question. Yes, I plan to have kids. Yes, I plan to have a wedding. I have an entire board on my Pinterest about my wedding, and I daydream about my wedding all the time. I really do plan to get married in Capri, which is like the first huge vacation that Tyler and I ever took. And when we went to Capri, we said we wanted to get married there. So that is my dream wedding. The next few years, I don't know if you're talking about 5 years, 10 years. Within 5 years, I plan to at least be married. Maybe a kid. Maybe not, who knows? Because obviously you can't really control that. And I definitely plan to have a home in New York City and a home here. That's something that Tyler and I have been talking about a lot within the last like couple weeks being quarantined. Like, he and I both have lived in New York City. I was born in New York. I lived in New York. He lived in Brooklyn, and we both love it. We both love the hustle. We both love the whole life in New York, and I love Orlando. I truly do. It's beautiful. My family's here, and I would love to have a home here, but I also want to have a home in New York. So within the next 5 years, to be married and have multiple properties, that's the next things. Have you ever thought of being a stylist? Yes, I kind of was, and I kind of still am, because my goal, I remember saying years ago, before Brennan & Cora ever existed, I remember saying my dream is to shop for a living. And basically what I do is shop and style pieces for Brennan & Cora. And I love it so much. It is my dream come true. I am living my dream. So I will say, like, yes, I am kind of a stylist, and it's because of Brennan & Cora. Are you still doing keto during quarantine? So this has kind of gone up and down, because keto did great for me. If you are someone that is wondering about keto for me, I know everybody's experience is different. For me, it worked so well. I lost about 20 pounds on keto, and it did amazing for like my mental clarity. I felt great. The only thing that I dealt with keto is that it's very restrictive, because obviously you can't have certain fruits, you can't have obviously any grains, any pastas, anything like that. So I'm kind of transitioning off of keto right now. I have kind of gained a little bit of weight during this quarantine. I'm sure everyone else has as well, but I'm not beating myself up too much about it. It happens, especially as women. Our weights fluctuate so much because of hormones and that time of the month, and we hold on to water and all that. So I have been doing keto, but I'm also trying to transition off of keto so that I can live more balanced, like more of a balanced like amount of sugars, carbs, fats, and proteins. Let's talk about your tattoos. I actually have an entire video of my tattoos. I'll leave that video down below as well. And the only tattoo that I've gotten since then is my tattoo that is right here on my arm, and it says "Keep Me Where the Light Is," and it is my favorite song from John Mayer, and it has to do with a really, really dark time in my life, like a year ago. the worst time I've ever had in my life, and very low, very dark, very confusing. I went through a lot of depression, panic attacks, anxiety, all of that. And I know that's such a weird, like every time I see people talk about that stuff, I'm always like questionable, but it was a very, very weird time in my life. And every time I listened to the song Gravity from John Mayer, all I thought about was keep me where the light is. And that's a verse in the song. So I got keep me where the light is tattooed, and that's like the last thing that I've gotten tattooed. How do you avoid cakey foundation? And I also have a video on that, and I still do the exact same makeup routine, so I'll leave that down below as well. First thing you're doing after quarantine. The first thing that I want to do, I want to go see my wax girl so bad. I need a Brazilian like you guys cannot believe, and I'm sure all of you guys can agree, unless you don't get Brazilians and you shave or you have laser. I miss my Brazilian girl. Aside from that, I want to see my friends so bad. I miss my friends so much, and my nieces and nephews so much. I miss my godson. I miss my mom and dad. I saw my parents today and I couldn't hug them and I couldn't kiss them, and I hate it. Like, I hate it. Would you rather no eyebrows or no bronzer? I think I'd rather no eyebrows, because I have really, really dark eyebrow hairs, so it's not like I don't have eyebrows. If you did not have your own clothing line or was an MUA, what would you be? My passion lies in styling, so I would probably either be a stylist, I would be still somewhere in visuals when it comes to merchandising and marketing and all that, but maybe I would be like in, I don't know, within some sort of company doing visuals. I love visuals, I love dressing mannequins, I love styling, I love all that. Or maybe just a personal stylist. I probably would have started like my own personal stylist business. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I always ask if you guys want to see a Q&A. People say yes, and then I get no questions. So if there's ever a time that you see me post that I'm gonna film a Q&A, then that is your time to ask me whatever it is that you want to ask. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.